may take your leisure.
Here reopens the court of North Shield. The territorial baronage are invited into the court.
You are welcome.
There's seats over here. There's seats over here within reach of me.
Just because you know that you're going to get flipped book.
Champions.
Do that.
Their Majesties called before the thrones. Joyce Carver.
As my heavy champion, I chose Joyce for a reason from actually 2 years ago. She was fighting me at a TLC and goes, "You can hit me." And I had to look at her and go, "I'm looking for an opening." And she shut me down. I would love to see you continue that prowess as my heavy champion. Please join us.
Their Majesties called Murdoch but Seamus before.
Hello, Murdoch. For those of you who may not know, Murdoch is the current Princess's League champion and someone I admire and have admired for a very long time. Not only is he a fascinating and fun person to be around, but he is also honorable, kind, considerate, and someone I consider a true friend. It is my honor to be able to put this on you today as my archery champion. My rapier champion. I'm so sorry. Either one. Do you have a preference, rapier? Alright. I'm so sorry. I had to get archery on the brain. So please, can you take your place behind me? My rapier. Okay.
That's going to be on this section.
Fleeing bolts, fleeing bolts. No, not you, no.
Their Majesties call forth Master Piero.
Will you accept to be my rapier champion during my lifetime? I'm also lucky enough to have known this gentleman for about 20 years. And it's been an honor and a privilege to know somebody who truly is a hero and worthy of respect. Thank you.
Their Majesties call forth the Baronage of Castel Rouge.
We just weren't sure where we were sitting.
No worries.
Yeah, we give you the choice.
Fantastic.
So our artisans have been very busy over the war season. Many of them may not have traveled with your armies as much as we would have liked. They have been busy crafting at home. So we would like to present to you the fruits of their labor. So this is a bag of different toys, and this is a bag of other Legos.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Because
Thank you.
If that helps with your...
Oh, yeah.
It will. Thank you so much.
For Castel Rouge, Vivant. Majesties call forth the marriage of Karen with Mar.
Your Majesties, we also have a gift for you, which is largely largesse. And in addition to those, Her Excellency will be presenting you with rings when you come to the House of Light.
Beautiful.
Thank you.
Welcome.
Thank you so much.
For Karen with Mar, Devon. Their Majesties call forth Baron Matthias of Rolling Oaks and the Great Board.
There's a sign or not that I was able to put coherent thoughts together. As a token of the goodwill that the Kingdom of North Shield has had with the great household of the Dark Word and our wish that it could continue, we wish to share bread and salt with you. And just tear off a smidge, dip it in the salt if you wish.
It is our honor to do so.
Thank you.
Thank you.
To continue peace.
Continue peace.
For the Great Dark Board, Devon. Their Majesties call forth Cindy of Sylvan Mare.
I would like to say that this is actually my mother, so everyone, meet my mom.
Thank you, Your Majesty. For your 30 years, I have seen you be a part of this organization. So I have something very special to give to you from my heart.
Oh, it is this absolutely beautiful ring. Oh, Mommy. Thank you so much. All right, now everyone, you be nice to my mommy while she's here.
For Cindy of Sylvan Mare, Devon. Their Majesties call forth the Moneyers Guild of North Shield.
No, it's right there. Yeah.
Thank you for the kind instruction.
You're welcome. Hello.
So we have our royal pound.
Who has the checkbook?
You points that have been struck.
The sign with so that's a representation of the rose. Sorry.
Thank you. We will cherish this and distribute accordingly. Thank you so much.
For the Moneyers Guild of North Shield, Viva!
Thank you so much.
Their Majesties invite you to their court, Meister Gebhard von Baden.
Your Royal Majesties, as we discussed this morning, I beg of you,
It is a right and proper thing.
It shall be yours.
place John Gunnarsson into the Order of the Laurel.
Please come forward.
Their Majesties summon Jans Gunnarsson before them.
Please come in order.
Their Majesties invite into their court the members of the Order of the Laurel.
Duke Siegfried, Companion of the Order of Chivalry, can you attest to Jan's honor?
So I'm supposed to speak to his chivalry. Some of you may have noticed he's already a knight. I was his knight. I begged a boon for him to be a knight. I voted for him to be a knight. A bunch of other knights voted for him to be a knight. Majesty's made him a knight. I think his chivalry has been well established at this point. So, hey John, I appreciate you throwing me some softballs here, but I think I could handle something else a little more weighty than your chivalry. So, I'm going to talk about how we got here. His path to becoming a chivalrous person. Actually, it wasn't really a path. I kind of found him farther along the way than I realized. Little history. Back in a million years ago, you know, shortly after the rock killed all the dinosaurs, there was only 2 knights in House von Kompach. Myself and Gunther, and I was much dismayed that every time there was somebody of, you know, brontosaurus class in a fighter, he just swooped them right up. I didn't get him! And I get all these little squires, and they were very nice, and they did a lot of cool things, but I only had little squires. And then another big guy come up, and Gunther would swoop them away. And one day, this guy walks out of the mist. Siegfried, I will learn from you. Really? My very own Sasquatch? Hell yeah! So we started training. Oh my God, it was the best. Like a greatsword in one hand, swinging through the air. You could smell the duct tape sizzling. Little embers of rattan floating to the ground. I'm like, this is the best ever. And so then one day he says, I'd like to fight in Crown. I'm like, oh yeah. So he started training. Man was a beast. Did everything I ever asked him. Went in there, fought his heart. He was still pretty early on in his career. He was fighting out of sheer brute strength and all that, and hadn't really polished himself up yet. Gets to the later rounds, he's in the quarterfinals, semifinals, and he's like, I'm tired, I don't know if I can go any farther, I don't know if I can go, and I'm like, let me break out my Mickey from Rocky, and I'm like, you got this, boy. You're going in there for one more round, give one more round to Daddy Ziggy. Went out there and fuck this guy, right? Awesome! Now, he didn't finish the tournament. He got knocked out the next round, but I couldn't have been more proud. And I'm afterwards, I'm like, when are we going to go practice again next? And he's like, tomorrow. And I'm like, okay, it's a little early. a couple weeks we'll meet up together and we'll go do this. It wasn't that far down the road, but we got back to practice. And he was the same old John as he always was, just hurling boulders and lightning bolts at people. We sat down and we had a talk, you know, and he wanted to talk about some night stuff. And I'm like, hell yeah, that's what I'm here for, baby. He's like, so I want your opinion on these helms I'm making. And I'm like, you make stuff? Really? That's kind of different. And he's like, shows me the helm that he has. I'm like, you made that? And then his friends were like, yeah, he made that one and that one and that one. And then there's a guy, he didn't have a lot of money, he made that helm for him here. I'm like, okay, had a very different perception of you. And then he wants to talk about the virtues. And he wants to talk about how people treat each other and how peers are made and why peers are made in the SCA. And I'm like, this is a very different conversation than I thought we were going to have, but okay. But that wasn't the last one. And they kept happening and happening and happening. And I'm like, yeah, of course, I'm freaking like, how did I go from Godzilla to Galahad? But I did. And that's I'm fine with that. But they kept happening. I'm like, how did this, I have this guy here that I thought was going to be my bona fide killer. This guy was going to truck everybody, and he ends up being a guy that I could learn something from about chivalry and about virtue. God damn you! But if this guy can teach this old curmudgeon a thing or two about chivalry, and he can do the things that he does, man, I can't commend anybody higher than him to you, Your Majesty. So thank you very much for letting me prattle on. You have a good guy here.
Would you like to speak to Jan's service? Good luck. You can follow that.
So, my former protege was a little long-winded, so I'm going to keep this I normally have a lot more time to come up with what I'm going to say about somebody when I speak at their elevation. It is the tradition of Pelicans to speak on a candidate's service in their vision. Little John's service is fired by his love of fighting and his hopes to keep his family by choice safe. My journey with Little John started almost 2 decades ago. I saw a really talented craftsman who understood the how of armor but never understood the why. As he learned more about that, he helped others improve their kits. And through the sweat of his brow and the strength of his hammer, he made North Shield a safer place. My armor, and that of many others, oftentimes started with a, hey, Little John, I got this idea. And with that, the kits that he has helped build, oftentimes were awarded golden peacocks. I am among them. He helped me stay on the field for more than 20 years. I had health issues, pain, injuries, low points and high. Often ending with, dude, what do I owe you for this? No, just pay it forward. I'm not alone in that. Far from it. Others have their own stories to tell, so I won't actually take up their time. Oftentimes working with the budget of a Yugo and coming out with a shelter. That I trust his work to be on my life is the highest praise I can give any artisan. I'm so proud of you.
Niccolo, companion of the Order of Defense, can you attest to John's courtesy?
John, there are many things I could have written. I tried to be succinct for you and try to at least get to your persona for this. Oaken-armed master of metal, scholar of steel and shield, companion in conversations on the details of dueling and the nuances of the knightly arts. You are my friend and my fellow, and I am pleased to pronounce you as my peer.
Could you please speak to his abilities?
Yes, Your Majesties. John's, you will always be Little John to me. Little John. As Duchess Lucia Rose of North Shield, I always look for inspiration. Every time, I mean, even from day one that I've met you, and it's been a while, you have inspired me. You have inspired others to do more than what they've set out to do. Your shop hours, your woodworking, your armoring, anybody who comes down, you make them feel leaving that they can tackle the world, move mountains, and just do anything that the sky is the limit. I don't think there is any day that goes by that there's someone that leaves going, I want to be you when I grow up. And I think everybody takes that to heart when you help them accomplish getting frames done for silk banners, for getting looms done, for card making. And I think it's just something that makes us as a kingdom better. And to me, that's inspiring us to be better. And it just makes us all look up to you. And if someone can't find you in a crowd, I'm hoping that this means.
Johann, as a member of the populace, can you speak to John of the qualities as a peer?
I can indeed. I've known John since he was in his late teens. So I knew him before the society. When I first ran into him, he was making chainmail every day. Never even heard of this. The guy excels at everything he does. He has a heart as big as he is. And I can't think of a greater friend or a greater add to this party. It's been a pleasure to know you.
Noble Order, is it your opinion that Gons is worthy for elevation into the Order of the Laurel?
Aye.
Right mindful of your skills and research and the wishes of your peers, we are resolved to create you a master of the laurel. Know that to be a peer is to hold a sacred trust, that the obligations will demand your efforts every moment of your life.
Do not
Restrict your exploration to a small world, but seek to infuse every aspect of your life with these qualities. Should you succeed in a tiny measure, then you will be well remembered for your quality and virtue. Knowing all this, do you desire to accept elevation into this order?
Yes. Will you pledge to continue
to uphold the
honor of this order. Yes.
Will you increase your labors and talents nobly as befits one of your rank, and seek to extend your talents and abilities throughout the society?
Yes. Will you teach and assist any dependent you may have to serve as you have served? Yes.
Then let all hear our will.
Be it known that we, Isabella and Ingvar, rightful sovereigns of North Shield, have heard and observed many good works and labors of our subject, Jans Gunnarsson, who has given greatly their skills, energy, and knowledge in the art of armoring. The excellence and endeavors of our subject Jans has enhanced our beautiful kingdom and has moved us to add him to the most noble order of the laurel. Scroll by Dala Grimsdotter.
Jans, do you wish to swear fealty at this time?
Yes.
I here swear fealty
to the crown of North
to
Shield,
the crown of North Shield,
to ever enrich the crown,
to ever enrich the crown,
to be faithful and true,
to be faithful and true,
to love all that they love,
to love all they love,
and shun all that they shun,
and shun all they shun,
to remember courtesy and kindness,
to remember courtesy and kindness,
to prize justice above personal gain, justice above personal gain,
justice above personal gain,
to keep secret
keep secret
any counsel they entrust,
any counsel they entrust,
nor knowingly disclose it to their harm,
nor knowingly disclose it to their heart,
to guide all who seek my talents,
to guide all who seek my talents,
to diligently serve,
to diligently serve,
and to light the way.
to light the way.
Hereby my honor and my hand and my heart swear out.
Hereby my hand, honor my hand, my heart, swear I, God's Gunnarsson.
We accept the gifts of your talents and knowledge,
We accept the gifts of your talent and knowledge,
and rely on you to advise us wisely.
and will rely on you to advise us wisely.
As you light the way for North Shield, with honor and charity, we will act towards you respectfully in all things, protecting you with our aid, and rewarding you with our love. But may all strength fail and the world turn against any who break this solemn oath. Is there a medallion? Now take from our hands the symbol of your order, the laurel wreath,
which has ever stood for excellence,
which has ever stood for excellence,
as we have acknowledged your excellence today.
as we have acknowledged your excellence today.
So you heard once today, but my
Here's a new name.
Danner, Giovanna, Connick, Kinu, Kevin, Ithne, Farissa, Margaret, Ingus, Eliane, Simon, Ivan, Kono Toshikagi, Edwin, Margaret, Nicolo, Juliana, Orle, Petronella, Bayard, Bartel, Gwenvir, Uthorn, Eva, Sophonispa, Peter, Kudran, Eldred, Roder, Elizabeth, Wenmar, Frederick, Crispin, Elena, Cordon, Tifien, Christoforo, Sven, Aneka, Tostin, Rodwin, Osni, Samia, Vladimir, Isabella, Thomas, Catriona, Bruno, Lucy, Lucia, sorry. Lucia, Aya, Evelyn, Kaylin, Bernice, Nell the Innocent, Alessandre, Asa, Ferolfus, and myself.
Is there a belt? I just wanted to show everyone the beauty that was made for this. Volga, his wife, made this.
The white belt of the chivalry represents his duties and honor. Jan now bears a white belt that represents his laurel leaves as well, and his responsibilities to his new order. Master Jans, present yourself.
Present yourself, your newest laurel.
Vivat!
Your Majesties, call forth Ariana McCrossan.
We understand that you have been such a big help lately. Is that true? That when people need water, you'll help them with getting water? Yep. And we heard about it. And we just love it when the youth of North Shield help out as much as you have. And because we see the great work that you do when you could be having fun, you're off handing water to people and helping, and your service is amazing. We wish to do something for you.
Over the battlefields of Castle Fever, one labored with unwavering devotion. Her purpose, to ensure the well-being of all who attendants. With grace befitting the courtly era, she traversed the grassy fields, bearing vessels of crystal clear aqua vitae, offering refreshment to any soul found parched and in need. Her keen eyes were especially drawn to the valiant warriors, their armor gleaming and spirits afire as they emerged from the battleground. In this manner, Ariana McCrossan, a beacon of medieval virtue, extended her benevolent care to knights and commoners alike, quenching not only their bodily thirst, but also nurturing the chivalrous spirit of the age. For this, Queen Isabella and King Ungvar are incited to bestow onto her an award of the compass.
Just for young people like you.
I like that.
Okay. So I hope that you will continue to help when people need water, because we usually need someone to help us with water. So thank you so much.
For Ariana, Vivat! Their Majesties, call forth into court. Kiana Scolari B. Pulcanega.
That is okay. Thank you for doing so. This one was a special award for me. This is one that I actually brought forward and was adamant about. And His Majesty is very benevolent to let me just run with it because of this fantastic feast that we had at Crown Tournament. Not only was it appropriately period, very tasty, but this gentle was forced to cook this kitchen or cook the food in a kitchen that kept losing power. So she was trying to get this food out hot and on time, and the breakers kept breaking. And what she was able to do in a situation that was impossible really spoke to me a lot, and I feel that she deserves this.
Let it be known that we, Queen Isabella and King Ingvar, for providing an exceptional feast at Crown under duress to make Chiara Scolari di Palacanego a pantheon of North Shield.
Nice.
And we'll get it to her. So thank you so much for accepting her place.
For Chiara, viva! Their Majesties, call forth Martin Barnabas Burnett and Brenna Eric Burnett.
Oh, I know, but
All right. Yeah. So, yeah, you can stand, absolutely. So the first thing that His Majesty and I had decided to try and do is introduce members of the local group who may not be as well known as others. And what a great way to start this than by introducing all of you to Martin and Brenna, two people that helped found the group. Okay, fine. But the point is that they have been the heart and the lifeblood of Silfrin Mare for as long as I've been here and for longer. If you ask anyone who has spent more than a few months in Silfrin Mare who some of the most inspirational and amazing individuals are, they will absolutely say Martin and Brenna. They constantly open their homes to us. They have held Shire property for us. They have come up with fun things, tokens. They are so important to us, and we would love for you to come and get to know them and say hello and hear their stories, because there's such a rich history with the amount of time and love and effort that they have spent with us. But more importantly, His Majesty and I want to do something special for the two of you, for all that you have done for Silfrin Mare and for the two of us.
Behold, for these noble souls doth ever unbar their oaken doors to the folk of Silfrin Mare and its fellow wanderers. With ceaseless devotion they doth orchestrate feasts and fetes, where banners flutter and bardic melodies intertwine. Their spirits, unwavering in their benevolence, doth ne'er tire in their commitment to bestow solace and companionship upon all who traverse their threshold. Thus, from their regal seats at fall coronation, Queen Isabella and King Ingvar, sovereigns of North Shield, doth bestow the award of the hearthstead unto Martin Barnabas Burnett and Brenna Burnett.
But then we also thought, hey, this would be a great time to do something cool for you.
You
So
two have been, since I moved here, without you, I don't think the Shire would be the same.
it would not. So people of North Shield, please introduce yourselves if you have not already. Get to know them. They are amazing, wonderful people. They will make you feel like you've been family forever. They are worthy of our love and respect. Thank you.
Hi, Martin. Hi, Brenna.
Their Majesties call forth to appear before the thrones the children of North Shield.
Hi, everybody. I'm sure you've been through this before. There are going to be a few rules, and then we will call in the oh, baby. Oh, sweet. It's okay. There are.
All right. The rules. Youth should be sitting on their bottoms, crisscross applesauce, unless doing so is not right for your body, obviously.
Exhibit A.
Yeah. Pointing at it. On the count of 1, the person with the toy chest will start moving. The chest bearer knows they must stay in sight. On the count of 3, the youth can give chase. When they catch the chest bearer, they get to select one item from the toy chest. And, speaking of toy chest bearer, their Majesties call forth Seamus Mackingham.
There might be 2 of you who don't know this. This is my son, who asked for this. All right. So, Seamus, oh, yes.
Did you dress him as a red shirt because you being...
There is a question, Your Grace, and the answer is yeah, of course. So now we will give you to the count of 3 to go. 1, go. You should go now. Wait, bust down. Knife out first. Let's not ruin things for anyone. We've already done that.
You can just take the knife out of the sheath.
Just take it out of the sheath. Oh, well, that's smart. Way to follow rules.
Gabriel's helping him, so I don't know if that's the smartest thing either.
Okay. He's okay. He's fine. All right. So 1, you should go now. No. Down. 2, 3. Go get it. Now we're I am expecting here screaming any minute. Well, it's okay. All right, but I would just say.
For the youth of North Shield, Vivant. Their Majesties call forth Johannes Thorsteinsson to appear before the throne.
Well, unfortunately, the scroll didn't make it here, but as long as I've been in the Shire, you've been somebody who has been always around faithfully and serving everything. You've actually been one of the people I actually look up to and respect. You're quiet, but you carry a mighty presence. So, and they have the English version, otherwise the...
Know all that Queen Isabella and King Ingvar, for his service to the Shire of Sulphurmere, do give Johannes the award of the Cygnus. For Johannes, vivat! Their Majesties call forth Vedas of Black Day.
This.
I was really excited to be able to do this one. The Queen's Glove is a very special award that is given to someone who demonstrates prowess, courtesy, care, consideration, something that I've seen you do quite frequently. You are amazing on the field. You had so many people write in recommendations, which was amazing. And it was my honor to be able to present you with this.
I may have jumped a little about what we're doing this week.
With fierce prowess and an enthusiasm for the promotion of fencing, Vedas of Blackgate does honor to her shire and her kingdom. For her dedication and skill, do we, Isabella and Ingvar, Stellar Majesties of North Shield, wish to recognize her with an award of the glove.
She also supports a beautiful glove.
For Vedas, Vivat! Their Majesties call forth the youth of the island of misfit toys.
All who are here. That's okay.
That's okay.
You are the perfect. It's there for you. Trust me. I'll get mad at us. Word came to us about some really amazing things that the youth of the island of misfit toys did at Warriors and Warlords. For those who weren't here, there was a really big storm that went through right in the middle of court that caused us to actually pause court for a while. But word came to us that the youth not only took care of their own belongings, but then went around and actually ensured that everyone else's belongings that were around them were safe as well. They closed tents, they put things underneath easy-ups, they did everything they could to ensure that other belongings were safe. But that was not the only thing that I saw the group do. I saw them treat others with kindness, help when somebody said, hey, I need a hand. They were everywhere. You guys were amazing. And right mindful of that, we decided to do this.
In the midst of the revelries and mirth at Warriors and Warlords, as the sun dipped beneath the horizon, the heavens wept torrents. This group did demonstrate a nobility of spirit that warmed even the coldest of hearts. In that rain-drenched eve, they traversed the sodden encampments with the singular purpose to secure the belongings of their brethren. With hands calloused and hearts aflame, they closed flaps of tents, ensured the safety of treasured belongings as others sought refuge from the storm. But the island of misfit toys did not confine their acts of valor to that fateful eve alone. Throughout Warriors and Warlords, they displayed a courtesy that outshone the sun. Their thoughtfulness and care for their fellow citizens of the realm did manifest in immeasurable ways as they extended hands of aid to those in need. Their Majesties, Queen Isabella and King Ingvar, noble rulers of North Shield, both salute these wonderful souls for their deeds, both great and small. With gratitude, they bestow the esteemed gems of North Shield upon the youth of the island of misfit toys.
Please share this with your friends. And thank you so much for being here today.
For the youth of the island of misfit toys, Vivat! Their Majesties summon forth Baroness Athelina de Chester.
Been waiting on this one.
I really have, and it's been so hard not to say anything, but now I can say it and I feel so much better now. Athelina, word has reached our ears ad nauseum. So many people have told us about your amazing feats on the field, your prowess in the rapier community, your kindness, your generosity, your respect towards others. And so we really feel that it is important that you be recognized as someone who has been absolutely amazing for this community.
Their Majesties call forth Ordo, Kirkerni Vitruvi. Do ye all hear and tell others that we, Isabella and Ingvar, Queen and King of Nordshield, upon hearing of the prowess of Athelina de Chester, as well as her unique fighting style and her raper marshalling, do grant her entry into Ordo Kirkerni Vitruvi.
Is there a sash for this good gentle?
Yes, Your Majesty.
Good gentles, please welcome your newest member of the order. Please, yes, please greet your newest member somewhere other than here.
Their Majesties call forth Maestra Marguerite Medicus, companion of the Order of Defense.
Marguerite, I hear you have business in our court.
I do indeed, Your Majesties. Your Majesties, I have come once again to beg a boon.
If it be a right and proper thing, speak and it shall be yours.
I ask that you make my provost a skilled swordsman, a scholar of period rapier, a man of honesty and of courtesy, of dedication to his kingdom and his community, the Honorable Lord Sven Asfalderson, a member of the Order of Defense.
Please call forth the candidate.
Companions of the Order of Defense, present yourselves before their Majesties.
Noble order, is it your opinion that Sven Asvalderson is worthy of elevation into the Order of Defense?
Aye.
Yes.
Their Majesties summon Sven Asvalderson before them.
Your Majesties, Your Excellencies, the populace of North Shield, I bring forth to you a man, tall in stature, dry in wit, and sharp in the martial arts upon the field. A man who on the field shows annoyingly good patience, and off of the field has the ability to detect and observe the most clearly obvious. Some of you will get that. Your Majesties, it is my honor to present my sash brother and friend, Sven, as follows.
Present the candidate's sword.
Skio, companion of the Order of Chivalry, can you attest to Sven's honor?
Aye.
So, many years ago, shortly after I moved here to North Skogan, I went to my first rapier practice. And I was there in all loaner gear, you know, it was my first time ever doing this. And so, and I didn't really know anyone since I was kind of new in the area, didn't do any rapier. And so I was just kind of like a wallflower, just kind of hanging out. And luckily I didn't have to wait for long because this tall, smiling man comes up to me, Sven, and asked me for a fight. And we had some great fights, and very educational. So Sven, he's, as has been already said, he's very courteous, honest. He is a great trainer of new rapier fighters. He is always one to help on and off the field. Overall, the society is greater with people like him. He is my hero.
Catriona, companion of the Order of Laurel, can you attest to Sven's talents?
I met Sven when he was brand new. He was this young guy who was all eager and smiles and I'm going to do this fun thing. He's done this fun thing. And along the way, he's made all of his own garb for both his kit that, okay, he's saying most of his new. He's made lots of his own garb and made for both time periods that he does, whether it's more like this or more like that. He is a force to be reckoned with on the fighting field and for the society at large. He is my peer.
Thank you. Duona Witherford, companion of the Order of the Pelican, can you attest to Sven's service?
Oh, yes. See, Sven has acquired many nicknames over the years. I like to think of him, though, as the quiet helper. He's not very loud or ostentatious. He doesn't make a show of the way he gives service. His service is quiet. Sven is helpful and cooperative. He goes about his barony and kingdom and helps where it is needed without much fanfare, doing what needs to be done. As part of the security team for the orphanage, he helps others feel welcome, safe, and included. He treats all people with kindness and respect, makes them feel important, and helping to encourage them in their goals. He knows events can be overwhelming for introverts and new folks, and knows how to use his calm and kind personality to connect with them and make them feel comfortable. Sven served as North Skogan's baronial rapier captain for many years. As an active marshal for rapier in his barony, he continues to gather and retain new people, which is no small feat and is the heart of how we will survive in this organization. Not everyone will dedicate their time and talents to encourage new fighters. It can take a lot of patience and carefully guide the energy and development of the skill of a newcomer on the field. Sven does this for his love of the art and to the betterment of our society. Sven was essential in bringing back practice in his barony once it was safe after COVID, and it has flourished ever since. This is how Sven gives his quiet service. He helps to grow the community and encourage those around him. You see, the quiet helper is always around, dependable and ready to help in any way, calm and quiet, and never with the goal to draw attention to himself. He is content to allow others to be in the limelight and to be their friend and there to support him, or to support them. And that is why he is my peer.
Such as Evelyn, can you attest to Sven's nobility?
Your Majesties, when I met Sven, I saw another kindred introvert spirit. Since then, I have seen him repeatedly step very, very far outside of his comfort zone and teach, lead, serve, and represent this kingdom. These things come naturally to some. They do not to Sven. But not only did he succeed at these things, he excelled. Sven is quiet, which is not a surprise. But his actions are that of a seasoned, experienced leader of his community. He leads by example. I see the meticulous work he puts in outside of events, hours of research, practice, preparation, and thoughtfulness he puts into areas that come easily to most. He is kind, caring, honest, and will faithfully serve this kingdom. And so I recommend him to you as a member of your Board of Defense.
Thank you. Genevieve McCartney. As a member of the populace, can you attest to Sven's qualities as a peer?
Absolutely, Your Majesty. I would love to. First of all, Sven, look at me, honey. I am so proud of you and so proud of how far you've come. I met this man about 9.5 years ago, at the very beginning of his journey. As Sven embodies all of the qualities of a peer, I would like to speak on his courage. We all know he's quiet. We all know he's shy. It takes a lot of courage just to be part of this. Courage is the ability to do something that frightens you. When I first met Sven, at the very beginning of his journey, many years ago, everything seemed to frighten him. He was meek, shy, and stuck close to the shadows, as many of us have in our beginnings. Watching Sven grow as a person and as a fighter, I have had the joy to see him blossom and his fears subside. He takes on all endeavors, whether he knows the task or not, with consideration, dignity, and grace. During my time on the Salad Thrones as Queen, he stood next to me at my side as my rapier champion and on my Queen's Guard, as he has with so many rings. His dedicated service to the kingdom and the crown warms my heart. Today's Sven courage is evident in his fearless endeavors on and off the field. This is why Sven is my favorite.
Sven Alderson, right mindful of your service to the society and the wishes of your peers, we are resolved to create you a companion of the Order of Defense. Know that to be a peer is to hold a sacred trust, that the obligations will demand effort every moment of your life.
A Master of Defense must seek excellence in all endeavors, displaying courage and service to the kingdom, not for their own renown, but for the good of all.
A master must always seek justice, truth tempered with mercy.
A master must remain loyal to the people and the ideals they choose to live by.
A master must always defend their kingdom, their family, and those who depend on them.
A master must have the courage to sacrifice for the precepts and people they value.
A master must have faith in their beliefs while never diminishing in the beliefs of another.
A master values the contributions of others according to the renown rightfully earned.
A master must be generous as far as their means allow.
A master recognizes that true nobility arises from the journey, not the destination.
Seek to emulate all of this as sincerely as possible, not for personal gain, but because it is right. Do not restrict your exploration to a small world, but seek to infuse every aspect of your life with these qualities. Should you succeed in even a tiny measure, then you will be well remembered for your quality and virtue. Knowing all this, do you desire to accept elevation into this order?
I do. Will you pledge to continue to uphold the honor of this order?
I will.
Will you increase your labors and talents nobly as befits one of your rank, and seek to extend your talents and abilities throughout the society?
I will.
Will you teach and assist any dependents you may have to serve as you have served?
I will.
Do you wish to swear fealty or pledge service at this time?
I do.
You want fealty or service?
fealty and do homage to the crown and North Shield. To ever serve the kingdom by my word and sword, defender of the weak, servant of the kingdom, proven in battle, tempered by mercy, generous with my knowledge and ability, example of courtesy, skill, and grace, guiding the people of North Shield with integrity and charity. Here, my word and my sword are I, said as older son.
That's right. We accept your gifts of service and leadership and will rely on you to advise us wisely. As you light the way for North Shield with honor and charity, we will act toward you respectfully in all things, protecting you with our aid and rewarding you with our love. But may all strength fail and the world turn against any who break the solemn oath. Is there a hanger? And sword. This sword once belonged to you alone in pursuit of personal glory, but now defends your crown, your kingdom, and all its people. We return it to you, sheathed in the hanger of your order.
Is there a cloak?
There it is. Your actions have reflected your fame or infamy. From this point on, you wear the same cloak as your brothers and sisters in order, and your actions, good or ill, reflect them. I can't get it up, my fingers aren't working.
We will assist.
Yes? Yeah, go ahead.
Here's the lineage. Ambrose, Nicola, Piero, Kai, Edward, Tomas, Marguerite, Michael, Noel, Sybil, Cesar, Robert, Simon, Leona, Baldwin, Morgan, John Romero, Joseph, Mara, and Elsa.
And there are a few other colors.
For you.
This is the color from the video. And this is the color from Master
Throughout history, great and noble warriors, great and noble warriors have been signified by the collars that they wear, so that their memory may be have perpetual memory of the vows that they take, and may be recognized as members of the order and be seen to represent the ideal that they aspire to. The Masters of Defense display their symbol, white collar, which symbolizes purity of spirit, with which we share our talents to all who seek guidance.
Sven, you've been my provost these many years, my career. At this time, you are no longer, in fact, my dependent, but my equal. You are not me, but you are my people. You will always be my family. Keep these as a memento and a memory, and to continue to build our family and to have good dependents of your own. Train them well, I know you will.
In remembrance of humble beginnings. Well, it's up to you. Do you want to stand or do you want to kneel? Oh, I'm sorry. My apologies. Receive from our hands the color of the Order of Defense. 3 crossed blades show your defense of your crown, your kingdom, and your order. Worn from this white collar to keep it perpetually close to your heart as a reminder, so that you never contravene the oath which you just made. Wear it proudly, that all may recognize your service as we have acknowledged it this day. Why don't you just kneel? To remember the force of the oath you have taken and the last challenge unmet.
For Sven, newest Master of the Order of Defense. Vivat!
Yep. Just good.
I am so excited to actually announce another champion of mine, one that is probably not familiar to all of North Shield. As many of you may know, actually I want to see a raise of hands. Did you, raise your hands if you ever played the game Duck, Duck, Gray Duck. Fantastic. Now here's what is really exciting to me. I don't know if you know this or not, but there is a gentle that he and I have been having a somewhat academic debate as to whether or not it is Duck, Duck, Gray Duck or Duck, Duck, Goose. He's so excited to allow him to wear my baldric as a Duck, Duck, Gray Duck champion. So while he is in the realm, in the area of our kingdom that plays this version of the game, I encourage the youth of North Shield to play Duck, Duck, Gray Duck with him. And then when he is elsewhere, he can play it the incorrect way. I don't care. Call this gentle in.
Their Majesties, summoned before the thrones, Simon Morcar.
It's a gray duck, just like you said you liked. It does have a murder goose on this side, but it's the inside. The outside is this.
Well, have to differentiate.
Yes, and since I'm queen, it's Duck, Duck, Gray Duck. Now, you agree that this is a good idea, right? It's a good idea. I'm queen, I say so.
Okay.
Okay, or, I don't know, you tell me. You're very trepidatious about being my Gray Duck champion, the right and honorable champion.
Well, I mean, I think it looks better this way.
No clapping. Not for that. I'm sorry. We have had this. Marguerite, please come here. Have we not had this conversation online, in person? Some gray ducks randomly showed up at your house at one point. Blue socks accidentally showed up at my house. I don't know why. I even have a stuffy of a gray duck. Is this not?
I must confess, Your Majesty, that my beloved has been, well, rather
Well educated.
He has been having something of a ill humor.
You should.
I think that he needs
an education.
He needs to be educated. Well, actually, he needs to be punished. I think that.
I kind of did not want to start our reign with punishment, but perhaps there is a gentle here or somewhere that could actually teach him the manners and the game Duck, Duck, Gray Duck. What is your opinion on that?
Well, I think that perhaps we might not. He's not easy to educate. Lord knows I've tried. Perhaps he might flee in the face of education. You might wish to call someone to keep him here while.
Somebody who knows games.
Someone who knows games. I know.
Yeah.
Bastion, could you please come here? You know games. I don't want him to bolt when we tell him the right way to play a game.
Oh, well, as your deputy,
Yes.
it is absolutely my honor to make sure this man stays planted when he is taught the game he should already know by now.
And how I'm right and he's wrong.
Of course you're right and he's wrong.
All right, so now, okay, so
Now it will take a skillful person to train my willful husband in the good graces of how to play said game and how to speak courteously to your majesty in the face of correction. Do you not agree?
Yes! Yes.
The question is, what kind of person it may take to train such a man? That was rhetorical. I get to talk. It needs a person skilled in the social graces. Someone who is able to instruct with vigor new people in the arts and manners of dress, witty conversation, and a refined palate. Someone who can introduce people to the riches that Northfield brings in knowledge, in service, and the arts work. Who gives counsel when asked, and support always to crown or peers or the newest newcomer. Someone who may play the fool, but not be the fool.
We're doing this right now.
Yes, we're doing this right now.
Okay, well, considering I'm to be educated, can I have a little bit of say on this? Or at least offer an opinion.
Okay, it's only fair. Yeah.
Opinions.
I mean, they're wrong opinions, but I'll
I leave that to your majesties to judge. I would say that this person needs to be able to listen well, but for the sake of my own skin as others, keep their counsel when necessary. I would say it's someone who can create a community and make people feel welcome. Maybe someone who can devise entertainments, not just for the court, but for the populace. And that they give of themselves. Again, not just to the kingdom, but to everyone here. They'll be kept busy, and then they won't have as much time for me.
They must have wisdom.
With a sense of humor.
They should work hard for the kingdom and the populace.
But that work should appear effortless in its grace.
They should serve so that others may serve.
But when they serve, I would say, since I'm apparently dealing with games, they must show the joy they have in that game and not worry about prowess, but inspire others just by their love.
They should wear these qualities lightly, yet in doing so, shine a noble light so that no one can fail to see it.
I would add one last thing. I would say that this person, when they see something, a prize as it were, they could take it for themselves, but they will see it and they say no, and go up to another person and say, hey, see that prize up there? That's a really cool prize. You should probably go get that. Let that person find their path and then feel joy and fulfillment when they achieve that prize.
All right, that sounds incredible. Does such a person exist in your shield?
Well, I think we have found an answer to the dilemma. Indeed, Your Majesty.
We better talk here. I think we might have come across an answer.
Please, share that with us.
Well, to do that, we need to beg a boon.
Well, it would be a right and proper thing and within our power.
We ask that you please put Baroness Coquette de Leon
And Baron Bastien de la Mesa.
Your Majesty summon forth the Order of the Pelican.
Noble order, is it your judgment that we elevate Coquette de Leon Bastien de la Mesa into your noble order?
Absolutely, for sure, both of them.
Then stand your vigil. I'm sorry, I'm so sorry.
Having heard the counsel of your peers,
Having heard the counsel of your peers, we are minded to recognize you
as a companion of the Order of the Pelican.
as a companion of the Order of the Pelican.
Is it your wish to be numbered among them?
Is it your wish to be numbered among us? Yes. I'm sorry, I didn't hear that.
You did.
Okay. Stand your vigil at a time and place of your choosing.
Present yourself.
Present yourself for elevation to this most noble order. Cousins, please take our two vigilants and give them wise counsel. Thank you.
Bastien and Marguerite, mugs from us and bring them with you to events. We ask the populace of North Shield to fill your mugs with stories, songs, and legends of old. For the newcomers, welcome.
You are excused. Please take your ease. Thank you. That is not. No, he thinks that. He said yes.
It has been wonderful to see so many people out here. It is a privilege to stand up here to be able to recognize people for all their good work. It is a joy to see somebody experience this for the first time. Thank you for letting me have my enjoyment.
Thank you for making this dream come true for me. Thank you for making this dream come true for me. My family here is the most important thing in my world. My blood family, my heart family. You are what makes me want to be here. And you are what inspire me. Thank you for making this day magical. Thank you for making my dream magical. Thank you for being here today.
I think we're done. There being no further business, this closes the Court of North Shield. Long live the Queen and King! Long live the Queen and King! Long live Castel Rouge! Long